This deck wins so much, it can get you free packs in the Pokemon trading card game online. Roll the intro. What is going on, everybody? Hitmonchanning here, back again with another Pokemon trading card game deck tech, and today I am talking about Fusion Strike Meloetta, but not in the way that you think I am. See, this deck is actually an expanded format deck. This is my first expanded deck on my channel, at least recently on my channel, and I'm going to show you how you can basically play this deck in events and get free packs to trade, because this deck is so powerful and broken, it just wins everything. Like, there's nothing your opponent can do to beat you, basically. I don't think I maybe lost one game with this deck after playing a bunch of matches, and it is super fun to play, and it can do a lot. So what does the deck do? It's kind of like Mew in Standard, but I think it's a lot better because it has access to some different tools. So first off, we have Genesect as our draw engine with the Fusion Strike system ability. You can draw as many cards as you have in your hand as you have Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. So if you have 5 Fusion Strike Pokemon in play, you can draw up to 5 cards with 1 Fusion Strike system ability. And we play 4 Eos Genesect and 4 Meloetta with the Melodious Echo attack, 70 times the amount of damage for each Fusion Strike energy attached to all of your Pokemon. Now we also play 3 Battle VIP Pass to consistently get our Pokemon out as soon as we can, as well as 2 Nest Ball and 4 Quick Ball. And now you must be thinking, what makes this deck so powerful? We only have 4 Fusion Strike energy. We actually run 3 copies of Special Charge in order to shuffle 2 special energies from our discard into our deck. So if we end up discarding our special energy or our Meloetta get knocked out, we can easily bring them back into the deck. Combine this with Rescue Stretcher to put our Meloettas back into our deck, and as well as Power Tablets to increase our damage, and Dimension Valley to decrease our attack cost by 1 less. We are actually able to do a lot of damage on the second turn of the game. Some other notable cards include Trainers Mail, which lets us look at the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal a trainer card there that's not Trainers Mail, and put it into our hand, and shuffle the rest into the deck. We play 4 Elesa Sparkle, 3 Guzma, and a Pokemon Ranger. We play 1 Pokemon Ranger to get rid of effects on our other on our Pokemon and our opponent's Pokemon. So if they have ADP, we can get rid of that, or if they are immune to a Pokemon with special energy, for example, because of an attack, we can get rid of that. So this card comes in clutch a lot of the time. We also have 2 Muscle Band, 3 Float Stone in this deck in order to do more damage and retreat for free effectively, and that's basically it. This deck is crazy. When I say crazy, I mean crazy. It does so well against pretty much any deck, and I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna show you it in action. We get the coin flip once again. Tails never fails. It hasn't failed us so far, but it did this time, and they're actually gonna make us go first, which, hey, that's not what we want to see in this type of game. But it's okay, this deck is basically unstoppable. We can't actually lose. That's a fun fact. I mean, you can lose, but it's not very likely, and we have a crazy busted hand right here, especially for going first. Now we'll see what my opponent does here. They are playing ADP, and ADP, we don't have to worry about it. We're going to go for the double Trainer's Mail first. Grab ourselves an Elesa Sparkle for the next turn. We're going to go for a Trainer's Mail again, and we'll grab ourselves an Escape Rope because we can absolutely use that. Now we're going to Quick Ball away this Random Receiver, grab ourselves Genesect. And we're going to Quick Ball away this Escape Rope and grab ourselves Genesect. Now we're going to have to Ultra Ball away these 2 cards and grab ourselves, you guessed it, Genesect. Now we're going to go for a pretty big draw here. We need to get an attachment plus retreat option. We get the attachment, we get Dimension Valley here. I'm going to go ahead and attach to Meloetta. And we're going to play this Dimension Valley, and we're going to go for Fusion Strike system once again. Grab 2 cards. This is actually good for us here because I can Ultra Ball both of these away. We need that Elesa's for next turn, and I can grab myself another Meloetta. And we can then again Fusion Strike system for 4 more cards and see what else we get. Another Meloetta is great. We have a great start, and my opponent is probably just going to go for the turn 1 Altered Creation. But we'll see what they do. I mean, if we can take this ADP out, they're going for the Fano Ace, but that is actually a-okay with me because we have our Elesas in hand. And they're not even going to Altered Creation this turn. Just a simple Intrepid Sword combo, but that's completely fine with me, because we can go for the attachment plus the Elesa Sparkle combo and get 2 more Fusion Strike energy on board. Now we need to find a single Float Stone, which it's very possible with a 3-card draw, as long as we can thin down the hand a little bit. And we can. Let's play the town map, see what we're working with. A Genesect and 2 Dimension Valley and Muscle Band prize is tough, but that's okay, because we can actually get rid of this Nest Ball, this Quick Ball, and go for a shuffle. And now we can Fusion Strike System for 3 more cards. We have the Ultra Ball, which is good. We can Ultra Ball Dimension Valley and Special Charge away. Get nothing. Fusion Strike System ourselves into nothing good, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. I'm fine if they take out a Genesect. They still need to Ultra Creation and attack, so they can't do both in one turn. Looks like the Ultra Creation is what they're going to go for here, but we have Guzma, which is what I love to see. Now we get the Float Stone of all things, but that's fine. We can actually Guzma up this Zacian into our Meloetta and Fusion Strike System to get more cards. Another Fusion Energy is perfect. We can spread that out onto a Genesect over here with a Dimension Valley in hand. Fusion Strike System for 1 more card. My opponent seems very happy that they are about to lose, but with 4 Fusion Strike Energy on deck, we can Melodious Echo and take out this Zacian with a crazy 300 damage. Now we'll grab a Muscle Band and we'll grab another Dimension Valley just so we can replace one and the other if it gets lost, because they're going to go for the Ultimate Ray here, but they're not going to be able to do too much to us because we can just keep knocking out their Pokemon, especially with the Power Tablets in our hand. They place down a Bronzong with the Evolutionary Advantage ability, but they're going to go for the Ultra Creation, taking 2 prizes. At this point, it shouldn't really matter, because they're powering up this Bronzong, getting ready for a Metal Transfer to a Zacian, and they're going to take a solid 2 prizes. But that's okay, because we are unstoppable with this deck. Benching another Meloetta. Playing a Muscle Band. 3 energy on deck, plus the Muscle Band is going to yield us solid 230 damage. But going for the Special Charge to bring it back into our deck, plus going for the Elesa Sparkle to attach to our single Meloetta, we can save our Power Tablet and do our Fusion Strike System for 1. Double Power Tablet is a good thing to save because we can go into our Meloetta and Melodious Echo, taking a solid 300 damage knockout. Gonna grab that Genesect, Dimension Valley, and Random Receiver. We are in an amazing spot right here. My opponent can take out another Meloetta or a Genesect, but they actually can't take 4 prizes in 1 turn. So we are going to basically close out this game. The Chaotic Swell is a kind of a hindrance, but they have, if they don't knock out one of my Pokemon, I don't actually see an issue here. It looks like they might have a bit of a dead hand, but the double Dimension Valley Swell combo can save us from this. But let's see what my opponent does here. If they have no attacker, there is nothing they can do. They can't even knock out this Meloetta with their Bronzong. It looks like my opponent might be stuck here. So all that we have left to do is wait and see. Thinking about our future options here, my opponent's going for the Ordinary Rod to get some more Pokemon back. We'll play 2 Special Charges, 2 Dimension Valleys, and 3 Elesa Sparkle. Now we need to find my opponent needs to find their Zacian, but they're actually going to grab their Crobat. If they can get a Crobat plus Switch plus Zacian, which is possible, I mean, they got rid of their Switch, which was a little bit strange. They needed that 1 extra card. We'll see what they can pull off here. It's possible my opponent does take a knockout, which is really going to set us back, but I don't think they actually have it in their hand unless they're able to retreat. Looks like they're going to boss up a Genesect and have to wait here, which honestly, that's perfect for us because we have the Guzma in hand, Guzmaing up the Dene, bringing up the Genesect right here. Can play our Dimension Valley to get rid of this, and we're gonna go for a Trainers Mail, grabbing a Pokemon Ranger for next turn. Now we are just going to go ahead and wait. My opponent plays another Chaotic Swell that could be dangerous for us, but like I said, they can't take out 2 knockouts in a turn. So we just have to wait and see what they do. The Chaotic Swell is a little bit troublesome for us, but our hand can deal with basically anything here, so I am not super worried. Because if we can get rid of the Pokemon Ranger, that means that, or if we can use the Pokemon Ranger, we can get rid of their Altered Creation GX and get rid of their Pokemon's additional prize taking effect. But we'll have to wait and see what they do. Grabbing another Arceus Dialga Palkia and tool scrapping away our Muscle Band and our Float Stone. My opponent is really trying to disrupt us heavily here. I mean, I said this deck was invincible. It mostly is, but there are times like this where the games can be very, very close. At least we have every Fusion Strike energy on board, but there's nothing they can do about that. We have the Dimension Valley in hand. We can play 3 Power Tablets down. We need to find a switching option, and that's basically it. With the Random Receiver and hitting the Elesas, that's not what we wanted to see. We can play the Pokemon Ranger and draw 1 single card with the Fusion Strike system. And that, well, we get 2 cards. One of them is a Float Stone, going for the retreat and knockout with our Melodious Echo attack. Even ADP was not enough to destroy us this game, and we take the victory. Hopping into one more game here. Let's see. We're going to hit the Tails Never Fails, and we won the coin flip. We are going to go second with this deck to hopefully get a donk on my opponent. This would have been a great hand if we had a basic and an Elesa Sparkle, but we don't. Either way, we're going to see what my opponent is playing with the Fairy type energy. See, is it a Fairy deck or is it not? They're benching a lot of Pokemon. It could actually be the same as our deck. They got the Mew coin, they got the Fairy, you never know. We have a great hand here. We're going to start with the Genesect, and we'll bench the Meloetta just in case. You never know. It's possible to donk in Standard, but my opponent's going to draw their single mulligan, and we're going to see what they have. They're just playing a pure Fairy type deck with some Togekiss in here, and they don't have too much going on. But that's okay for us because we're going to be able to hopefully take out this tag team Pokemon in 1 turn. So we're going to go for the Quick Ball here, get rid of this Ultra Ball, and grab another Genesect. 4 Genesect in deck, very, very good. We'll go for the Random Receiver right here. Hopefully we get the Elesas, which we do. Now we have 3 Fusion Strike energy on the board, and we're able to attack. We also have a Fusion Strike system ready to go for 3 cards. And there's not much we can actually do here except retreat, go into this Meloetta, and do exactly 240 damage to take out this tag team Pokemon in 1 turn. Keep in mind this was 1 turn worth of moves, and we get 3 prizes. Guzma is very, very good because we can Guzma something up and retreat back into our Meloetta. The only thing that could make this hand better is an Ultra Ball, to be honest with you. We need a way to dump some of these cards that are useless to us right now. But it's actually not very likely my opponent takes us out right here. They got the Crushing Hammer with the Tails, but that's fine because we have the Special Charge and Elesa Sparkle combo in our hand. They attach a Fairy Energy, and they're going to go for a Cynthia. This single attachment means they can't DCE plus Togekiss VMAX in order to take out our Meloetta with Max Glide. They hit the Togekiss VMAX, but unless they have another way to attach an energy, there's not much they can do. Benching another Togekiss, it looks like they're going to have to either pass or retreat into something else and pass. Getting that Versus Seeker off, probably putting the Cynthia back into their hand. We'll have to take a look and see what my opponent does here. It's very possible that we can just Guzma something up and take another KO. Or if we get another Fusion Strike energy, we'll see what happens. Now, if we Elesa Sparkle, we are doing 240 damage here. That is a lot of damage. But we're not taking out a Togekiss, and we don't actually have access to another Meloetta. So the right play here is to Guzma, because right now we are doing a nice chunk of damage. We're doing 70, 140, 210 damage, which is enough to take out their base Togekiss V. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to boss that up and go into a Genesect right here. We're going to retreat back into this Meloetta and just go ahead and take Meloetta Echo, take another knockout, and absolutely obliterate my opponent. Now 2 prizes, hopefully one is a Meloetta. That's exactly what we needed in order to close this game out, considering we have the Special Charge plus Elesa Sparkle in our hand, which will allow us to attach an energy or Special Charge, Elesa Sparkle to our new Meloetta that we're going to place down, and see. We're going to play the Pokemon Breeder to draw 2, but that's not going to do anything for them. They can get another VMAX out, maybe go for the Max Glide, but we actually have a good shot of taking out one of their Pokemon this coming turn. They don't even get another attachment, so it looks like the game is pretty much set in stone for us, because we can go for a Trainers Mail, grab ourselves a Power Tablet, why not? We'll play that Power Tab, drop the Elesa Sparkle, attach to this Meloetta right here. All 4 on the board. We can go for a Meloetta Echo and do a crazy solid 310 damage, which is perfect math, to knock out the Togekiss VMAX and take the dub. So what did you think of my Meloetta Fusion Strike deck in Expanded? I think this deck is absolutely bonkers to play. As you saw in the game against ADP, our opponent put us in a pretty tough spot because we had every fusion energy on board, but we were still able to go through our deck and take the dub on my opponent. This deck is a lot of fun to play. It can basically get you free packs if you play in the event section, which I'll show you right now. This is what I did to get games for this video. I go to events under here, and right now they're running an Astral Radiance, maybe by the Expanded Standard and Theme deck tournament, which basically all the rewards are packs of Astral Radiance. Now, playing this deck in the expanded version of this tournament, which I don't know if these will still be running by the time this video is up, but it basically gets you free packs, and even if you just need packs to trade or you want older packs, you can play in the expanded tournament, get some Astral Radiance, get some other packs, and this deck, if you play it right and you play it smart, can beat, and probably will beat, every single deck in the expanded format. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. It helps me out so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Most of my viewers are not subscribed, and I'm really trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So subscribe down below if you want to see more content. Tell me what you think of this Meloetta deck. What can make it better? What can make it... is it good? Is it fine as it is? Because I think this deck is very powerful. If I were to change anything, I would maybe take out an Elesa Sparkle and add in something like a Versus Seeker, or I would add a Versus Seeker instead of a Random Receiver. Take one and Elesa Sparkle for something like a Pokemon Catcher, because Pokemon Catcher, allowing you to flip a coin, and if you get heads, boss anything you want, is actually something that can be extremely powerful if you need to use an Elesa Sparkle in the same turn, or a Pokemon Ranger in the same turn. Other than that, I think this deck is super, super, super powerful. It has all the moving pieces in order to make it successful and beat any deck ever created. Other than that, I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Hitmonchanting out.